The craziest thing about publishing on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing is that you can make almost an entire annual salary just during Q4. Q4 is October, November, and December. In this video, we're going to just have a real chat about how to prepare for this because honestly, you can learn from a lot of my mistakes. My name is Jenny Hansen Lane. I've published over six figures in income for this revenue stream. I think we're like at 128,000 at the time of this video. It's been 3 years and I am hard stop at 608 books that I've published. So I've learned a lot and I've made a ton of mistakes and I'd like to share them with you today. One of the most important things for you to think about for Q4 is that it is the biggest revenue month for almost every single self-publisher. This means that all of Prime buyers are shopping. They start shopping in July. We see that with Amazon Prime Days, which is in July. But then also they start getting Christmas gifts and they start buying presents for other people. I wish that I would have known or understood this power or recognized it because even last year, after Christmas happened, we were looking at the presents under the tree that were unwrapped, and 85% of them, you guys, they were books that I bought my kids. So I'm like a book buyer. So that is such an easy gift to give somebody. If you had a favorite book, you're going to buy it for someone. If they want to learn about a new topic, if they're obsessed with something, they're going to get that for that person, right? And so that is the most important thing that I want you to remember about Q4 is that if you had a book that you made for yourself, it may not be the best book to try to push for Q4. Now, if you have watched any of my previous videos, I talk about creating a book like creating a birthday party invitation. Like, who is the book for? And what is the book about will really help you set your book apart as something that is giftable. Okay. The other part I want you to think about now that we have established that it is the season of giving and that people buy books as gifts, there's a sub part to this. And it's the first part of my story, right? Like all the presents under the tree, they were for my kids, you guys. Like kids make holidays more magical, right? Would you agree? If you have kids, you can put that in the chat. I want to know like how and when you were a child, like it was more magical. Now, this is not just about celebrating the birth of the Savior, Christmas, right? Like some people don't even do that. There is even Jewish holidays and there's so many holidays that I am not even totally updated on it. So I'm only speaking to this from my own personal experience and from the perspective that Amazon is a US based company. So the majority of the 90 million monthly buyers, a large percent of those are in the United States. And so that is why you can make a lot of royalties during these last 3 months, starting in October, November, and December. The second part of this, if we're just like really drilling home Christmas, is that the most of my budget for Christmas shopping goes to my kids. Like kids make the holiday fun. So I want you to look at your books and see how kid centric they are. Are they something that someone like me would buy for my kids, right? So they could learn more about outer space, or they want, I'm taking a trip and we recently did a book on airplanes, like an activity book for airplane rides. And my oldest son told me that he'll start self-publishing with me when it makes $100. So I've gotten my other two little boys to publish, but he hasn't. So it's sold $18 organically, and I don't want to put on ads. I just want to like let it go. Anyway, so I want you to think about this Christmas season. If your book is great for as a present, right? Like as a present for a child, because there is just something there about gift giving. Okay. So I don't want to like beat this down, but it truly, I started this process in October of like, how do I make my books more, how do I do more kid centric books? And they started selling organically, which is like crazy for me because you guys know me. I'm like, turn on an ad, turn on an ad, turn on an ad. And we've had a couple people ask, actually, I'll do a next video about that, about reviews, like waiting for reviews and when you turn on ads. Okay. Now, I will tell you that it is okay to make a book now for Q4 that doesn't have any reviews. Books sell without reviews. I have a book that has sold $600 in July with no reviews. Okay. So we'll talk about that in another video, but right now, this video is dedicated to helping you overcome all the excuses that you're making about why you're not ready to publish for Q4. I want everyone to have 5 to 10 books out for Q4. I want you to have 5 to 10 at least books out for Q4 so you're ready for the opportunity, okay? Now, when we talk about the birthday party, we talk about having books ready. A really important stage of this is that you're actually creating a book that has some type of demand. And so I've used free tools for that, and I've used paid tools like BookBeam. When we talk about the free tools, this is literally typing your idea into the search bar of Amazon. And to get a little granular, make sure you have toggled on the category of books, okay? And so you're searching under books with your idea. You're just typing in one letter at a time. Every time you type in a letter on Amazon, 10 keywords come up for that letter, okay? And as you do that, you will have, even, if you think about it, 4 letters equal 40 keywords. Like, it's an endless ability to be able to publish. Now, we do want to use keywords that are very relevant. So I don't want you to use the ABC method by putting in a word and then just grabbing all the keywords and putting it in your book, and then putting another word and grabbing all the keywords and putting it in your book. Customers are smart, and we should honor that, and we should create something for them, okay? So the first step is that you need to make sure the idea that you have for this giftable book for Q4 has some type of demand. And what that means, some people have asked me, Jenny, what does demand mean? It means that when you type something into the search bar, something comes up. You get some type of feedback. The reason why this is important is because Amazon says that these are customer search terms. Now, here's the cool part about that. What phrase did I just say? Customers. Okay, it's not, these are self-publishing ideas. No, these are customer search terms. Customer means it's already validated. It's already been purchased. So I truly, anyone within the sound of my voice, I love you, but if you're not doing this first part, you need to manage your expectations for Q4. It's not going to go well because we've got to create things that the customer wants, right? Okay, so that is how we get ready for Q4. That is so important. I have a free training coming up. If you want that, like more information and more support, I'll put the link right below. We'll be talking about how I cross multiple 6 figures in that training. The second part of this is using BookBeam to collapse time, okay? And so BookBeam, we type in the searches, our ideas into BookBeam, and it will give us a list, more than 10 of keywords, and it tells us if they're competitive or if they're not competitive. And there's a deeper strategy there. But I really felt like I needed to share that with you today because I want you to be successful during Q4. And the foundation of that, maybe this needs to be like part 1 of Q4, part 1 of Q4 prep. And actually, if you would like maybe an additional training, like a Q4 thing, in the past, me and my YouTube buddy, Danny On Demand, we've done trainings about how we've prepared to do big numbers in Q4. I think last year, Danny did like 23,000. So I want you to just close your eyes. I want you just to imagine how $23,000 can change your life. I want you to put in the comments of this video like 9:30, because that's about the time that I'm saying this. And I want you to put 9:30. I want you to tell me how $23,000 would change your life. I want to know let me see inside your head, because my biggest month on Amazon was in January. of all times, and it was 11,000, and that allowed us to secure a rental property. And you guys have probably seen some of the shorts, the videos on that. It was decrepit. It was a money pit, but like it has changed our life. We renovated it ourselves. Anyways, that's for another time, but I'm just closing my eyes to visualize because I want you to visualize that for you. Like, how would your life change if you put in some work now to be ready for Q4? So I love you, and I'm grateful that you're here learning this process so you can learn from my mistakes and you don't have to do it alone. Love you. See you in the next video.